Okay. I was just telling Brian that it's a good thing I got a big head casting a big shadow so you guys can see all this. So this is a collaboration between Kirby Lambert and Tashi Barusha.
Yep.
Am I saying that right?
You are. And the model's called the Roar.
The Roar?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Look at that. There we go. So is the blade Kirby? Like what part is Kirby? What part is Tashi?
I feel like the handle is really Tashi.
Okay, I see that.
And the blade is more Kirby.
I concur. Yep.
They worked together to design it, and then Kirby built that one. And that one, there's supposed to be, I think, 10 or something made of the Roar model, meaning the 10 of the collabs. And there was supposed to be the Timascus on this side, and then there was only supposed to be titanium on this side.
Right.
They were not supposed to be a compound ground.
Not.
And I was like, Kirby's like, hey, you know, I'd like to, they're going to be blade show, whatever. We're going to show them, but we're not going to have any ready yet.
Right.
And they were going to some dealer who I can't remember. And so he said, just tell them to ask me if they want. But tell them that you get one. And I was like, okay, like no problem. And then I waited about 3 months. I never heard from the guy, so I said to Kirby, hey, like, what's the deal? You know? He goes, you know, just hit him up. So I did. I hit the dealer up, and he's like, oh, there's a guy like in Dubai or something who asked to be the first one. He wants all 10 to be shown, and he wants to pick which one of the 10.
Oh God.
And I was like, okay. That was like 3 months ago. He's like, yeah, he's traveling for work. And so I was like, all right. So then time went by, about another month or so went by, and I never heard back. So Kirby wrote me and said, how do you like that Roar? I was like, dude, I never got it. Like I never got one, you know? And I don't really give a shit. It's not a big deal,
right.
You know? And he goes, oh, call him. So I said, okay. So I called him again, and he's just like, yeah, he hasn't picked.
What a dick.
Yeah. And so I said, all right, so I think I'm good, man. I don't think I need to chase anything this hard.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to support Tashi. I really want to support Kirby. You're in the middle as a dealer, so, you know, you do whatever you want for your client. I'm good. I'm just take my name off the list. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And so then I called Kirby and said, hey, man, I don't want to be, you know, coming across like an asshole. I said, but, you know, I'm good. And he goes, no, you're not. He's like, now there's 11. I'm going to make one just for you.
Wow.
And so that's why I was able to
get awesome.
The compound grind. It's the only compound grind Hamon Kirby's ever done. And that's the only one that has the Timascus on both sides.
What's his steel?
It's probably just...
1095?
No, you know...
W2?
W2.
Very nice. I love it. I love it.
And it's a bigger piece. You know, like that's you're gonna know that's in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, look at the thickness of the Timascus. Is that Zerk?
Backspacer?
No, this thing, the blades, the block.
And the backspacer.
And the backspacer.
Yeah. I think just tumbled. Maybe blasted? That's what looking at.
Wow, that is smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You retard. There you go. That is gorgeous. You can see it now. See my shadow? That's my big head. That's my big head providing cover for that knife.
Spyderco Sprint Run that they did a collaboration with CRKT.
Let me see if I can see this better. So what? This is what? Spyderco?
Spyderco and I think it's a collaboration with CRKT. And
I was like, what are you talking about, man? I'm
you
believing.
Can't guess who that is?
I do. It looks very familiar. Let me see. 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 I don't know. Fucking tell me.
It's Todd
Fisher?
Todd Fisher Sr.
Very nice. Fucking dragon steel?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking sick. Oh, look at that. It's magical. And look at the way he cut the bolster to match the inlay. Oh, what is this?
Oh, that's maple.
Maplewood. He jeweled the inside of the liners, and it's gold. See, that's gorgeous. I like that. I saw that on the table. I was like, ooh, what is that?
And so Stan helped out a little bit because Stan did the bluing of the blade. He's got a process that he really likes to use for the Birdie Wright Belt dragon skin. So Todd let him do that part after he'd done the...
Stan Wilson.
Yeah. And then I ruined it by opening up a box of cigars with it and completely removed the bluing.
How? By just opening
there's a
a
chemical in there's when cigars are shipped, they've got salt packets that keep it humidified, and
Oh,
that
wow.
salt is very acidic, and it took the finish right off.
Oh no. You know, I still kind of see like the blue a little bit. In certain lights, you could see it. That's crazy. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, I like the hidden hardware. I mean,
Yeah. I was just gonna say, you can see on the inside where you can adjust it. I don't know if you can see that, but trust me, in there are the screws, so you can adjust it. Not doing a very good job here, but trust me, it's in there. There, you might see that. So, all the hardware except for the pivot.
yeah, sit. You can sit.
I can sit.
Archangel.
Archangel, yes. Wow, that dragon steel is really sick. He's adjusting the sails. Rob Carter?
What color is your team?
This is everything Rob, right?
Yep.
He made everything here.
Yep.
Did I showcase this already?
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to
Here's
remember.
black from
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, look at the thickness. Christ. I don't know if you guys can see the layering on it, but... Come on. There we go. God damn. Now that's a knife. See, this is signature Rob Carter. I love this shape. My buddy, the captain. This is a big fucking knife. What's the size of this thing?
It's the P40 XL.
Jesus.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't get the XL,
Right?
but because that's the Dunmascus that I forged, we
Oh!
wanted to use as much of it as we could, and that was as much blade as he could get.
Wow.
The piece, because of the billet, you know, a lot of it wasn't usable.
Really?
Yeah, because I did it, so it was kind of like.
I remember seeing either your post or Rob's post of you working it from behind, if I remember. With the, it was pretty artistic, the post. You could see the glow of the heat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's crazy that you made this. How long did it take?
A couple hours. Well, you know, of the process. So in other words, he says, what do you want it to be made of? Like, right? Like, what steels? Do you want 1095 and some nickel? Like, what do you want in it? Then he takes those metals and he just welds them together to like a piece of iron, you know, like a poke, you know.
Right.
You stick that in the forge, and when it turns the color of the sun, you take it out, you put it in the press, you put it back in, do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing until
Wow.
finally.
That's crazy.
And then you got to add the flux, and then you really don't know until the next day if it annealed and if it actually bonded.
Right.
If you're going to have a piece of a billet that's going to be workable, if you're going to have like cold shuts or voids or, you know, areas that didn't take. So we lucked out, and then it was quite a while. I remembered I did it, but I actually forgot it was laying around in the shop. And he just sent me a picture of him holding it and said, "I'm fixing to make this shit my
That
bitch."
sounds just like Rob.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
make this shit my
fixing to
bitch.
make something.
Yeah. So you got Robtanium on the frames.
Right?
You've got the nuts.
Right.
And then he's put inlays in the pivot that are something else too. I can't remember. It might be a different kind of Robtanium or something like that. There's pins that go. So there's a collar.
I see it.
And then there's pins.
I see it. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope I can capture that. Yeah, you can see the lines and the pins. Wow. P40 XL. That's a good looking knife. That feels good. Feels good in hand. Very, very stout folder. All right.